Hello everybody, my name is Davis and welcome back to the video, and today we're here for another severe weather breakdown. Now we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. We got some big temperature swings coming, we got a lot of storms today, and let's go and break it all down, starting off with the SPC outlook for today. We do have a slight risk of severe weather here in portions of north central Texas and south central Oklahoma that we really need to watch out for today, because we do have a hatch risk. But let's start off with the tornado threat, where we do have a 2% risk of a tornado here, all the way up almost to Tulsa, back down through Abilene here in Texas. So anywhere in between those regions, you do have a 2% risk to see a tornado today, so look out for that. Damaging wind threat. We have a 15% risk of wind gusts of 60 miles an hour or higher here in a very similar region to the tornado threat, so look out for that as well. And then we have the hail threat, which is where we have the hatch risk today. So if you're in the brown circle, you have a 5% chance to see hail of 1 inch or larger. If you're in the yellow circle, but you're not in the black line circle, then you have a 15% chance to see hail of 1 inch or larger. But if you're in the yellow circle inside of the line circle there, that's a 15% chance to see hail of 2 inches or larger. So all the way up to Oklahoma City, back down through south central Texas, or I guess north central Texas, y'all need to be looking out. You're going to have quite a hailstorm tonight in this region. I've been saying for a while that this would most likely get upgraded to an enhanced risk, but it didn't, which is good, but we still have a hatch risk. So definitely be looking out for that. Moving on to tomorrow, we already have a marginal risk here in eastern Oklahoma and western Arkansas. Tornado threat, no tornadoes expected tomorrow, but there might be a change in that. Damaging wind threat, 5% risk of wind gusts of 60 miles an hour or higher here, almost over to Oklahoma City and Tulsa, and then back through west central parts of Arkansas. And then the hail threat, which is actually what's driving most of our marginal risk for tomorrow. This does include Tulsa here, so look out. I know that's a very metropolitan area, so look out in that region tomorrow. Now, moving all the way into Thursday here, we already have a huge marginal risk of severe weather that will most likely get upgraded to a slight light risk at some point. This extends all the way into extreme southern bits of South Dakota there, like barely even anything at all, not even a single county, like a full county. And then it extends back down into central Oklahoma here, so we need to be watching for this. The main threat with this right now is looking like it could be damaging wind, so we need to look out for that. Moving on to the National Hurricane Center, we do have Hurricane Nigel. Obviously, it's been out here for a while, and it's looking like we're definitely going to get an Iceland impact, but a very small Iceland impact, most likely as a tropical storm or a tropical depression. It is currently a 85 mile per hour storm, no, 90 mile per hour storm, so high-end Category 1 Hurricane Nigel out here right now, so look out for that in that region. We have a disturbance down here that is a 70% chance to form the next 7 days that we really need to look out for, because it is looking like it could track for America here, specifically the south central region of America. So anywhere from Texas all the way back to South Carolina, you could expect impacts from this. Now, we do have another disturbance here that is a 30% chance to form in the next 7 days, so not quite as high, but it's right next to the U.S., so if it does form, that's going to be a huge problem, as it could even reach more inland into like the Tennessee, Kentucky, maybe even into the Midwest region. So we need to be looking out for this. Eastern Pacific here. Come on, load. Why are you not loading? I hate when this happens during a video. Oh boy. Well, Central Pacific working? Is my Wi-Fi out? I can't tell. Hold on. There we go. We have Tropical Storm Kenneth, which literally like 5 minutes ago before I started recording this video was just a tropical depression, but now we have Tropical Storm Kenneth out here, and oh my goodness, nothing's loading. Anyway, Tropical Storm Kenneth here is not expected to make landfall anywhere. It's supposed to sit out here as a tropical storm for a while, and then going into the weekend, we will just have a tropical depression by that point, and then next week this thing will be gone, so that's nice. Now we don't have to worry about this at all. And Central Pacific, nothing as of right now. Now, moving on to the Climate Prediction Center here, 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, that's September 25th to September 29th. We still have our heat dome sitting here in the upper Midwest that really doesn't show any signs of going away for quite a while here. And then we still have our massive heat dome down here in southeastern Texas as well that we need to look out for. And these two together expand across pretty much the entirety of the eastern U.S. here, even into the western U.S. a little bit. But whenever you get to extreme western bits of the U.S., specifically like the desert southwest, we do have below average temperatures expected from the 25th to the 29th. So it's gonna be pretty nice here in this region, especially whenever you get into like western Nevada, like west central Nevada specifically. It's gonna be very, very nice. But everywhere else, hot, man. I mean, the upper Midwest, a place that usually gets down potentially even into freezing temperatures at this time of year, is going to have temperatures that are like in the highs up into like the upper 80s almost. So we need to be looking out here. It's going to get pretty hot again. And then down here in southeast Texas, it's going to get really hot. Maybe like 105 degrees, maybe just 100 degrees in some regions. That might have been a bit of an over exaggeration. But like I said, this expands everywhere else too. So it's going to be pretty hot. 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook. We have a ginormous area of above average precipitation expected here. If you're in the green there at the very edge, you have a 70 to 80% chance to see above average precipitation from the 25th to the 29th, which is very uncommon that they have that much certainty that something's going to happen in this region that's going to cause that much rainfall. That is insane. Like literally yesterday, it was looking like you'd have about a 50 to 60% chance to see it, but now we're at like a 70 to 80% chance. It is going to be wet. And then below average precipitation is expected here for the Four Corner states going up into Wyoming. So look out for that as well. Maybe a bit of a drought here in this region. That's pretty much it for that, though. Moving on to the 8 to 14 day outlooks here. Oh my goodness, nothing's loading. Okay, September 27th to October 3rd. Like I said, our heat domes are still sitting here. This one in the upper Midwest has barely even moved. If anything, it just expanded. Same thing with this one down here. It's moving into west central Louisiana, southwestern Louisiana. It is going to be hot, and the red region expands over a really good chunk of the country. So, I mean, it's not going away anytime soon. All the way into the October, here we are, and it's going to be hot, okay? Western U.S., though, again, there are going to be slightly below average temperatures likely, but nothing extreme. Maybe a 40 to 50% chance to see that. Moving on to the 8 to 14 day precipitation outlook here, we do have two areas that are expected to see below average precipitation. One is down here in the desert southwest and the south central U.S., and then one is here in the upper eastern Midwest, and both these regions are expected to see extremely above average temperatures too, so we could even have some drought conditions possible. We do also have below average precipitation possible here for northwestern Maine. I figured I should probably mention that. Not much else to talk about. I mean, there's going to be a large precipitation for southern Florida likely, and then also for the northwest, but nothing as extreme as the 6 to 10 day outlooks. Finally, watches, warnings, and advisories here. We do have some severe thunderstorm warnings scattered across the country right now. We have one up here in Iowa, and then we have one down here in Florida, and I guess that's it right now. But earlier, like a few minutes ago, there were quite a few. And then this is actually new here. We have a freeze watch, which is pretty crazy that even in the western U.S., we're getting freeze watches right now. You know, normally this region isn't super chilly. I mean, it's a colder part of the U.S., but it's not the coldest thing you ever seen. But yet, we're still seeing some frost accumulate in these regions just because of how below average the temperatures are here right now. So look out for that. Don't be driving on icy roads, and if you are, be extremely careful with it, obviously. But other than that, not much to talk about right now. Air quality alerts in effect for northwestern Minnesota, but there's going to be a lot of stuff going into the evening and nighttime hours tonight here, specifically in the Oklahoma, Texas region. So we need to be looking out for that. But other than that, that's pretty much it for this video. So if you guys did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.